As always, I give you your Impact review, and even though I'm extremely tired, almost ready to go to bed, I was just shirtless a couple of moments ago when watching Impact. Put a shirt on so I could look decent in this video, so you don't have to look at my bare chest. I'm not wearing any pants in this video, but you can never see my waist anyway, so it shouldn't really matter. Anyway, enough about me. Let's get to Impact. Start off the night with a huge brawl. It's Aries and King teaming up against Bobby Roode and Zema Ion. The brawl and the tag match, a great way to start off. I think that despite Bobby Roode being in this match, it could have been a lot better, but it was a pretty energetic affair. I felt like the heels, being Roode and Ion, were a bit too kick and punchy at times. They didn't really do that many moves. Aries and King were mostly supplying the athleticism here, but I enjoyed it. 2.5 stars, really energetic, and really a good way to kick off the show. If you're trying to attract viewers, this is definitely the way how to do it. And I'm happy about King getting the spotlight. This was a good way of going about things. Then up next, we've got James Storm and Sting in a promo about Storm being behind the whole Aces and Eights thing. This is just a boring promo. It really was. It just fell flat. You got Storm talking about he's got bigger things to worry about. Kurt Angle tonight. He just goes on and on about how many times he beat him. I was already exhausted when I started watching this episode of Impact, and I was just feeling extremely tired at the end of it. Tiresome promo. I'm feeling tired. Not a good combination at all. You know what I mean? Just a really boring promo, and an Angle comes out, and this is just prolonged, and before you know, we're 40 minutes into the show, and we've only had one wrestling match so far. In a company whose motto is wrestling matters. Well, obviously it doesn't. Long, boring promos do just as much. Then up next we got Bully Ray, who I'm actually enjoying nowadays. I'm liking how he's really becoming very sarcastic, twittering on his phone as he comes to the ring. Defeats Robbie E in 30 seconds, which is exactly where that motherfucker belongs, in the goddamn ground, buried. I don't even see the point of burying him. If you're gonna bury anybody in wrestling, you might as well just release them. Pathetic talent all around. Deserves to get his ass whooped. Anyway, just a clean victory here. Not much to say about it. Then up next we got Madison Rayne defeating Gail Kim, Tara, and Mickie James. And you got tweets coming in from all over the country about how great this match is. And of course, you know that I don't check out their Twitter page that much, but you gotta believe that there were some negative tweets coming in, but they're not gonna show those. This was just a horrible fucking match. Mostly because of Madison Rayne, but just everybody didn't seem like they were into it. Only Mickie James was. Everybody else was just lazy, wandering around the ring. Nobody really seemed like they were giving two shits what was going on here. Just no motivation whatsoever. And then you got Brooke, Tessmacher just rambling on. She keeps going, Jesus, every 2 seconds. It's like, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up already. And then to top it all off, you got the way Madison Rayne won this match. The way she won the tag match last week. This just absurd fucking finish where Tara clearly pins her, but Earl Hebner just counts her out anyway. If you're going to do a screw job finish, at least do one that makes some sort of sense. If Tara's obviously rolling her up for a pin, how are you going to count her out? Like, you know, where is Sting, the GM sitting in for Hogan to come out and restart the match? This is like so obviously like, you know, like a fake looking finish. You know, it makes sense if it like was something like it appeared that her shoulders were down. It'd still be a shitty finish, but at least it would make sense. It's like, why would they do something like this? It makes no sense whatsoever. So just like, you know, how do you make a bad match even worse? Give it a shitty finish, and that's exactly what they did here. So then up next we got Chavo Guerrero coming to the ring, accompanied by Hernandez, and he's got some Inspector Gadget music playing. It sounds wah, 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 wah. So I'm thinking like Dr. Claw is going to come to the ring, but no, Kid Cash comes to the ring with Gunner. And I almost thought we were going to get a shitty tag match, because when they announced them, they announced them together. They don't even make like their managers or anything. So, you know, Gunner and Hernandez are just there to watch. So basically the shitty wrestlers stay outside, and, you know, the decent wrestlers stay in. So, you know, Chavo, who's fresh off of you know, an amazing feud with Hornswoggle and NXT, he's going head to head with the guy who hasn't done fuck all, and, you know, how long, I have no idea. But anyway, Kid Cash looked decent in this match. It's about fucking time. He pulled off his classic turnaround springboard moonsault, which was pretty cool to see. Chavo gets the win here with the frog splash. So this was a decent match. It's like 2 stars, really. Really, like, not exactly an amazing debut. You know, you didn't really get to see anything that was so amazing here, like anything that's really gonna grab your attention. I mean, to me, it's like we're all getting excited over Chavo. He was a mid-carder in WWE, a low mid-carder, a joke. He was with Edge and La Familia, but they used him as like a punching bag for The Undertaker. A lot of times they would just throw him into matches. So, you know, there's no way that you can respect Chavo nowadays. He's just been beaten down so much, and he's older. You know, he's already in his 40s. It's too late to reboot his career. It's over, you know. And they got to stop feeding off of the Eddie Guerrero thing. Eddie Guerrero died in 2005. They already tried to feed off of the, you know, the Eddie Guerrero popularity. But it's over and done with already. We have our memories of Eddie Guerrero. Stop disgracing him by trying to force other Guerreros down our throat. We want Eddie, not fucking Chavo. Understand? Alright. Then up next we have Daniels and Kaz coming to the ring. And they call out whatever the fuck her name is, the girl who's with AJ. I think it's Claire. I think I forget. I think it's Claire. Anyway, they call her out, and she's sitting ringside for some reason, even though it had already been known before the show that AJ was not going to be on the show, because he's, you know, over there in Australia. On a tour. I don't know who else is on this tour with him, since, you know, every other wrestler is here, so on the show right now, so I don't know what kind of show they're doing in Australia. But anyway, but why is she here if AJ's not here? They call her to the ring, they start giving her gifts, they give her diapers, and for some reason the diapers are not even packaged in their normal Pampers box. Then they open another one, and it's AJ. It's like a little Cabbage Patch doll dressed up with AJ's hood, and I laughed at that. I thought that was funny. The whole segment was just cheesy. Then Claire tops it off with some really fucking horrible acting. Just wow. I think this was probably her worst performance to date. She screams at the camera, telling AJ to do the right thing for the baby. For the baby. You know, like I said, this is just a Maury ripoff. It's just going on for so long. You know, it feels even longer than Raw does these days. You know, it feel like these segments are 3 hours. So, you know, a funny segment based on how cheesy it was, but overall it's just getting very tiresome. Then up next we got the main event. Storm defeats Kurt Angle. This was okay. It was like 2 stars worth of a match. Angle looks like he's about to get Storm to tap out, then he like maneuvers out of it and super kicks him and just pins him. Really abrupt. Everybody was coming to ringside expecting Ace and Ace to show up, but they don't show up. So, you know, good job following through on the storyline there, guys. Everybody's expecting Ace and Ace to show up, and all of a sudden he's not there, and everybody's saying, "Ooh, maybe he's behind it. This proves it." But you know that he's not, because they're making it way too obvious. You know, all these conspiracies and allegations, AJ's baby, Aces and Eights, it's just getting a little bit too overdone, and everything feels about the same. Yeah, so, you know, there's too many babies and just random biker gangs floating around in TNA these days. This matchup, they rushed through it, because they definitely rushed the finish. They wanted to get to the end so they could get to that 2-second promo right at the end there. So, you know, that wasn't worth it. Overall, I can't say it was a bad show. Storyline wise, this show was horrible, but the storylines are shit to begin with. You know, the opening match was pretty energetic, entertaining. Like I said, it had potential to be so much more, but you know, it was above average, which is something you really can't complain about. The main event, Storm and Angle, was good. You know, like, I mean, it was okay, not good. It could have been good given a better finish, and if they didn't rush it the way that they did. So, you know, Chavo debuted, and that was decent, but like I said, you know, it's a little bit too late for people to be jumping on the Chavo bandwagon and look legit. So, you know, a decent show, but, you know, what can I say? TNA needs a lot of improvements, but, you know, this was actually just as good as Raw. It was probably better because it was shorter. So yeah, I mean, this was slightly better than Raw this week. So there you go. There's a review. I'm going to bed. Fuck you guys.